Hi, I'm Sue Boo, bringing crafting to you, and today we're going to make a gatefold pop out. Right, so what you need is a piece of card that measures 8¼ by 5 7/8. You're going to score that, and I took it back into centimetres, and then I realised it still worked in inches. Now, because of it being a gatefold, it's going to have some stuff behind it to push it forward, so it might not close, but it's going to be 2 1/16. So if you put it in at 2 1/16 and then score it, and then rotate it round and put it in again, so your 1/16 mark is just one past your one little mark past your 2. Okay, so that's your gatefold. There we go. Right, so we're going to build this part up first. So what I've got is a piece of old disc. I'm using old and new. I keep telling you I'm using old and new. This measures 4 inches by 5 3/4. So we're going to put that in first. I'll do this on the back. So this was, I'm using free DSP with free DSP. This was the something marvelous. It was called Marvelous Marvel or something like that it was. And I just felt I wanted something between my fresh freesia and my pattern. So we're going to put equal increments all the way round. So got that in there. And then the Brighton area, is it called? What's it called? It's called Flight and Airy. That's it. Should have realised that. Flight and Airy. And this measures 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. So that's just going to go on the top. I had debated whether I was going to use this side that I'm gluing or the flower side with the bird on, and I thought I hope it turns out all right, but I decided I'm going for it because it's such pretty paper. It's hard to put that face down, so we're putting that face up. Okay, and then for each of the sides, now we'll need 4 of these because I want 2 on the front and 4 in here. And I went mad, I cut myself 6, silly me. Right, now, because we're going into 16, so unfortunately, what you need to do is put this in, put it in at 2, and then take it back that one little mark to make it 1 15/16 by your 5 3/4. So you want 4 of those, so we may as well put all 4 on of those. So I'll just do those. Just got lots of this still left, really. It's really goes with a lot of things. It was really nice. Used it no end. I've still got some left. So you've not got to tuck it away in your cupboard and never use it, because you can always coordinate it, because they gave it you in staple colours. Well, some of it's in staple colours. So this would be, not sure whether they classed that as Gorgeous Grape. Let's have a look. Yes, they did. I'm right, Gorgeous Grape. Oh, and Highland Heather. So it's a mixture of Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, which of course goes beautiful with your fresh freesias and that. So as I say, I've still got some left. Look, I've still got some left of the whole sheets and lots of scraps. So keep pulling those out and using them. So let's stick these on the other side. So let's stick, doesn't matter which ones I use. So what do they, I'll use 2 of those like that. So this is going to be on the outside now that I'm putting these. And then I'll give you the flat and airy sizes we need. So again, I'm just making sure we've got equal increments, so all the way round. Do love these colours all together, very nice. Just do that. Now, I don't know whether you had any snow. We had some snow, but it's all gone, and the snow stopped school and everything. The children had to come home from school because of the bad weather. I'm just going to put that on again because it didn't go quite where I wanted it. But it's all gone now. The rain came the very next day to say it had disrupted us so much, and it came and went just like that. That's English weather for you. Right, now I've got 2 of these. Which one? Yeah, these 2. So these measure, and these I'm going to use for the front. This measures 1 13/16. Now, if you go to 1 3/4 and 1 mark on, and then you need that by 5 5/8 for the downward. So decided to make it with just the flowers on the outside, because these are so pretty, isn't it? Just the birds and everything, it's just so lovely. So we're just going to put that in there and then do that on the other side. Now this will be a very bulky card. I am going to send it through the mail. I shall put a large letter stamp on mine so that it will fit through, but sometimes you just got to. This goes up here, so we've got that there, and then we'll bring that round to here. And I mean, it even looks beautiful just like that. You could just leave it like that really, but I'm not. I'm putting the beautiful DSP. So the measurements I've just given you, you need 4 to do of that. Now you could do this with any of the DSP. It's not got to be this particular one, and you haven't got to do that one the next layer down if you don't want to. I just think it just adds something else to it, but you don't have to. Where's my other one gone? Oh, it's here, right in front of my eyes, because it's blue on the back, and I'm thinking, what's that? Just think it's so pretty with all the birds on. I've now footy cut all the birds out of that one sheet that I was doing, so I've got lots of birds to play with in future. So okay, so I just, and you could just do this purely and then finish it off how I'm going to finish it off. You don't have to do this next stage, but it's just so pretty, isn't it? Just so pretty. So you could just do a sentiment in there if you wanted to. I'm obviously taking it to the next level with what I'm doing, but you could just, pretty like that, but we're going further on. Now, what I'm going to do before I go any further is we're going to do a little bit of stamping. Now, I haven't got the country something dies, whatever they're called, but these dies are very similar to them. So if you wanted to, you haven't got these dies, which are from the Pierced Hippo. Did I leave this one out? No, I didn't. I put that one back away. You got a lot of dies in that particular one. In fact, I will get it out because you want to see, really. Where are we? There. It was called Hippo Happiness, and this was the stamp set. But the dies, you got so much with the dies. They were so lovely. Look at all these. So you can use them for labels, doing whatever. This is very similar to the one that is in another set that's current. So, and as I say, this is similar, not exactly the same, just similar to the country, whatever it's called, can't remember. But it was a great one to have. So I've cut out 2 of these so that, of course, these are going to layer one on top of each other. Now, I was in a bit of a debate. So this is going to be a thank you card. I'm in a debate whether to do Fresh Freesia or Highland Heather. Now, it's going to be backed with Highland Heather. So actually, I think I am going to go, not Fresh Freesia, it's going to be backed with, not Highland Heather. So I think I'm going to go for the Highland Heather. So I'm going to put that there. See if I can get it about straight. There, that'll do. Okay, so there. That will be that one. So I'll pop that out of the way so I don't get anything on me. Right, now also there's lots of dies that are kind of this shape. This one happens to be the Tasteful Touches ones that went with that. And I want this for the front. So you are every bit of wonderful. So I just thought this would be nice. And I'm going to put this on here. Okay, there, that's beautiful. Love that. I'm going to pop that out of the way, and let's put the stamp pads out of the way for the moment. And I'm going to do something that I've not done before when I put this on the front. So we'll see how that goes. So I'll just put those out of the way, apart from I'll bring this back in and I'm going to glue this down, because it's going to be tricky to glue it after I have done. So you just need equal increment all the way around, because they're nesting dies. That should work out pretty well. Right, now what I thought I'd do is we're going to make this pop out, so the flowers are going to be layered coming forward. Now, how I'm going to do this is I'm going to get piece of DSP. I'm not using card because of that making it thicker and bulkier. I'm going to use DSP. So I've started off with, actually I could have used those now, but in fact I might think about whether I'm going to use those instead of what I was originally going to use. Right, this needs to be 3.5, and what we're going to do, and it is 1.5, just slightly over, maybe it's just a 1/16 of an inch. What you've got to do, whichever one you are using, now you could just do a rectangle and round the corners. You could, if you've got the punch that can cut these corners off, so you could do exactly the same as this, which if I tell you the size, then you'd be able to cut a piece of Fresh Freesia that size and be able to put this punch, I'll get it out, this corner punch. So that will fit in there. It'd take a little bit more off than mine look, but it would work. You could do that with it. So if you wanted to do it that way to get this, if you haven't got these dies or the other dies I talked about, this is 2 1/4 by 3 1/4 really. So you want something about that size. You could also have these edges on it as well. So that would work. Any of those would work. Right. So what you've got to do is have a piece that is going to fit between your bits that you've cut off. If you're not cutting anything off, you can have a wider piece. But I needed to be able to get it between those points, so it is just slightly over 1.5. It was just some scrap that I got left by 3.5. And what we're going to do is we are going to score that every 1/2 inch. So I'm just going to do one. That was half, one and 1.5. Then I'm going to spin it round, put it in at 2, then 2.5. Now you want 2 of these, so you want 2 of these, and 3. And we've got those. Okay, and then we're going to just make a concertina. So I'll just pop my trimmer out of the way, and we're just purely going to concertina it. So I'm going to bend it. Now, do I want it? Oh, it doesn't matter. I've done the other one that way. So it doesn't matter which way, really. Just going to concertina it like that. I'm going to go in with my nails a bit more and just crease it a little bit more. You don't want to bone fold to crease it, I don't think. In fact, I will try it bone fold to crease, see how much it takes it down. So just go in there and give it a good crease and see what happens, see how close it goes. No, it's all right. So yeah, you can go in and crease it with your bone folder. There we go. I'll give those. Right, what I'm going to do is bring back in my label. At this point, doesn't matter which way round I get it, and I'm just going to glue. Now I need to glue it so that it is straight. So we don't want it wonky. So I'm going to glue it. So when I fold it, whoa, nice and springy. So I'm going to glue it, and I've got to take it as far as I can to the edge. So let me show you there. So I'm taking it as far as I can. I've probably just come in that where my stitch is, so it's only just very, very slightly. And then I'm going to glue the other side. Do exactly the same with that. And put, let's see, let's tighten that in there. I want to glue it exactly the same, so put that round. That's on the inside. I've done it 2 different ways, so it doesn't really matter. You're not really going to be able to see this, so it doesn't really matter. So again, I'm just gonna put it down so that I've got that, and then that's going to spring up like that. So I've got the flowers facing both ways. Now I couldn't do it before because until I'd put this on, I couldn't measure this. So I now can measure. So I'll flatten this out. That's what I've done. Ah, there. That's what I did. And I have decided it the other way. Never mind. So it is about 2 5/8. So I want 2 5/8. So I'm going to say 2 5/8. I'm going to just do it. Now, I think I would prefer if it went all the way down. So let's have a look at this. Right, that is too big. If I've got something smaller and the same width, I don't have to cut quite a bit off that. So I think I'm going to go for that one and use the same as what I've got going off in there. So this is going to be the same measurement. So I want 2, I'll just measure again, 2 5/8. So I want 2 5/8 to start with. So 2 5/8, and then I'll just double check before we cut some off the bottom. So 2 5/8, and I'll do this one. I think I was right, 2 5/8. We'll just take that there, and let's see. Yeah, that works. And I'm just going to take it down to 1.5 inches. So whichever depth you have done your concertina, do your DSP the same. Okay. There. So I'll have those. And before I stick anything on here, I'm going to have fun now, because I'm going to stick these. So get your DSP the right way as well. Don't do what I've done and have 2 different ones. You're not really going to see it. So I'm going to line it up quite near the bottom, and I'm holding that together, and I'm making sure that I've got an equal increment either side, hopefully. Maybe just over there. So I'm just going to hold that down. So, oh, I think that's going a bit wonky there. So I'm looking to make sure I've got equal increment there, there, and roughly there. Okay, just hold that down, and that's going to spring out. That's the springing action. So it's going to close up, and when they open it, it's going to spring out. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to be able to stick. In fact, I might only have room for 1 actually, or shall I stick up behind? How does that? So I'm going to stick that on. So I'm just going to put glue down either side of this, and I've got a little bit in the middle, don't want that, let's get that, and then I'm just going to tuck it in. So actually it wants to be on the front and on the back, doesn't it? I seem to have got my zigzags the wrong way, because I've done it both. Oh, that's what's happening there, that's better. So I want it on that one, and I've stuck it the wrong way now, and now I'll stick it on the back. Right, okay, you'll get what I mean in a minute. Okay, I'll show you. Let me just press that down and then show you. So let's see, let me just put my light on, see if it's better for you to see. Right, just there. Okay, so I have put, so it comes off the first zigzag, if you can see that. So if I pull it straighter, it comes off the first zigzag, and then I'm going to do the same again. I'm going to just put glue down either side, and then I'm going to then put it on this zigzag. So, and then if you just put it in and push it down, that will work well. So I'm just going to come back in, make sure that they're sticking. So just hold it down for a few minutes. Well, not a few minutes, but a few seconds, so that you've got, can you see those layers now that I've got those layers? Okay, you could do it different way, so it would be hard actually to stick. You could stick these bottom bits down. If you just put something temporary to stick the top ones, stick the bottom ones down, then stick those layers in, and then finish off by sticking this top if you don't feel comfortable to do it the way I've done it. Right, so that will boing out like that. Just make sure that it's sticking. I'm just gonna, it's not sticking on one side, it's coming off when I do it. So I think I'll, if it's in that position, I think it's gluing. Right, now I've got several options that you can do. I played about with birds in branches, so I'm just going to show you exactly how I did this, because but I'm going to give you, not that one, I'm going to give you options. Now let's put that out of the way. If you have got a tree die, a tree die will work. So there was something quite a long time ago that Stampin' Up did with a tree die. You could also use, that's current in the catalogue, the Happy Hedgehog. And had I thought about this in my head, I probably would have done this. But I didn't think about it. But this is current. And then you will just fussy cut it out. You're doing that because that's going to help you to have support some of your flowers. Okay, but what I did is, and I'm not going to do it in the tree colour. Oh yes, I am telling you fibs. I'm going to do it in the tree colour so you can see exactly. So I just use a brown. So I've got cinnamon cider. You could use any of the browns. I thought this cinnamon cider, it's closest I've got to Pebble Path, I think it's called. So I just did the first branch. Let's just peel that off and stick that out of the way. Then it's got this other little branch in it, and I just stuck this, and then I just made it face up, brought it down to not be so close to that one, and then again did the other one sort of like that. I'll put that out of the way so I'm not getting all in a mess with that. And then I got my Softsie phone. Softsie phone. And it's got these lovely leaves that you kind of put on. And I thought this was quite a good similar match. And just kind of put these on the branches. And it's just so lovely. Again, twist it round, get in the branches. Doesn't matter if you overlap any either. And then kind of do that. There we go. And so that's really pretty. I did a whole DSP, made myself a DSP using this. I think it's nice. Right, let's get rid of that out of the way. And then I just purely fussy cut round that. So let's just move those out of the way now. So we ended up with this Blue Peter. This is the one I did earlier. So I'm not going to stick that flat. I'm going to even put dimension on that. So I'm going to get my dimensionals that I've now probably buried somewhere. No, they're on the other side. Okay, I'm coming to the end of this one, so I've got one out already in case I run out. So I'm going to lift this off. So I'm going to put one or two on this because I want it to stay up. Okay, and I'm trying, because I don't know about you, with the dimensionals, you can walk them all over your house. So I'm trying to be good, and when I peel the back off, chuck them in my little bin. So I am putting excessive amount on. Don't normally put this many on, but I want it to remain popped up. So Going to let my bird show a little bit in the distance. Going to put that roughly there. So that's giving it dimension to start with. And then I fussy cut a load of flowers, deciding on what I'm going to use. I might use some of the fresh freesia and these. I might put something on there, and again I'm going to put dimensions on the back of these. So again, old DSP. The place I've put them, actually, I'm going to stick them off here because I stuck them in a place where it's going to come off, and that's not good, is it? No. So I'm going to stick one up there. So we're not putting that there, and stick. Let's see, now I've got a load of these already cut. So I want to see what I've got. We'll put, I think actually with this one, I'm going to stick it so it's coming off. So I need to go right at the very bottom, and what I'm going to do is put some of this on. So I'm just going to lay it down again, put it that way up. I want it to stick on that, so actually that can go on there, and then we want a little bit more, so I'm going to do it tinier. I've got it on there. If I'm right in that, be good, stick them in the bin. Make sure that my dimensionals are hitting onto my there, and then I'll bring in a little bit. Now we can even put a dimensional, so I'm going to put a bit on the face of this, so I'm going to put it as low down as possible, so that takes it out from the flower, so you've got more dimension coming there. And let's see what else we've got this here. Well, I do want to I'll put my nest in first. Now I did do my birds in branches, and do I want to stand it back? No, I want to glue this on. Now this is the nest from the bird in branches. Now they do a lovely nest that's current in the catalogue. I don't know what it's called, but it's probably it would be better than this one, to be honest. This one was bigger, and I re-put it in and cut it down a little bit, so because I wanted my bird to sit on it. So I'm gonna sit my bird. Now I'm gonna stick a dimensional on my bird, so right at the bottom again. So I'm gonna use all these scraps. Go on off the cup, and I want it on the front of my bird. I'm just seeing, yeah, I think I'm going to have my bird sat in, so right at the very bottom I want to stick my dimensionals, and then just want him to one side. Yeah, I think I'll have him to one side. Stick him low down so he's there, so that again gives it some dimensional there, some dimension there. And let's see. Oh, I've got that again. Let's see. And I'm going to pop that off. So again, I'm going to put a dimensional on the back. So let's see if I can bring that in. Got to make sure that I've covered the dimensional, so when it goes like that, it's going to be all right. I think even maybe see. Sometimes the actual leaves are on the wrong side for me. I'm going to see. I think I want. I might have something. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick that flat. So that's going to go flat underneath there. Let's get as far. I think I'll have it like that. That can be at the back. Do make sure that you don't go over this edge, so that when you close up, it's not going to be a problem. It's not going to get bent there. So I just feel it wants balancing a little bit more out this side. So I think I'll stick dimensional on the end. So come in, just look again. Oh, hang on, that might be even better. Yeah, I'm going to stick a bit of dimension just there and then tuck it in to where it will go. Want it a little bit, yeah, there we go. And can I have a little one of them? Yeah, I want to stick something down. Yeah, I think that's weighing. Yeah, I'll stick it down and stick it up. There. So that will be our bird. So our bird matches these, and the colours, Fresh Freesia are all pulling in, and these colours, no, that must be Gorgeous Grape with Highland Heather in, all go with it. Right, so I think that's pretty, and then that's going to go on there. Right, so what I wanted to do was something different. I want to put these two ribbons together. So this is the beautiful Highland Heather. So this is going to make the belly band. So we've got this beautiful colour here, but I decided I wanted to use Fresh Freesia on top. So we're going to have Fresh Freesia on as well. So I don't know how much am I going to need of it, but I want the two going together. So that really gives it a lovely look. I don't know what it's coming like on camera. So we want, obviously, for the back to, and I don't know whether it'll show or not if I put some double-sided sticky tape on. Let's have a look and see if we can get away with putting some of this on. So if I just put a little bit of this on, how much does it show through there? It is showing white. Let's have a look. So do I risk it and that it stays together? We will see. We will see. Okay, so I think actually I am going to put a bit of this going on the back anyway, so this will help me to position my ribbon. So I'll have that going there. This is our tear and tape, and let's see how much. So before I commit down, I'm wanting to roughly see how much I need. Is that the right way? Let's just, that's it. I think might be the same on both sides, so I think that'll be okay. So I'm not tying a bow or anything. I'm just going, oh, I've stuck it down, haven't I? What did I say I was making with it? I said I was making a belly band with it. Now, it's not going to work, a belly band, is it, if you've stuck it down? Oh, that is good. I like that. I like what I've done. That was very silly of me. Very, very, very silly. So, I'm thinking about this. I don't know whether I've got a crazy idea. Right. This, and I did think about this before. I don't know, using this, whether I can put this in. Don't know whether it will take it or not. I want to actually now thread the ribbon through. This is what I'm thinking. Thread the ribbon through so you can pull off the ribbon. But it's not quite big enough. So what am I thinking? Right, it's going to be a bow now. So we're going to peel that off, and I'm going to give myself plenty of ribbon now and re-stick it back on. That's it. Re-stick it back on because I want to be able to do a bow. But that's a bit too much, isn't it? We'll get this right in a minute. It'll all come together at the last minute like it normally does. I don't like to waste my ribbon, although I've got tons. Let's try it that way. Let's see. That's still a bit too much ribbon. So take it back a little bit longer. Don't want to be too short, but I certainly don't want to be too long. Right. I'm going to go for that. That's what I'm going to go. And this is how it's going to work. So I'm going to cut off here. So it's not going to be a slide off band at all. That was my original plan, but it's not going to be that anymore. So we are going to now stick this to it, and because I wanted to use this ribbon as well, so I don't know whether to see. No, it will. I'm going to again do exactly what I did. I'm going to adhere another bit of this to the back of here in the middle. So really push that down. That's it. And then we're going to make this the same length. That's going to go there, there. Going to pull that middle. Okay, and then I'm going to cut this the same length. Go. Make sure it's the same length. It'll get the same length when I cut the bow. Okay, and we are then going to adhere these two together on the front. So I'm going to put, because you'll not see this, this is the plan. So that's going to go on there. Want to make sure that it is in the middle over there. So I'm going to pull it tight and do this. So I know that that's over the middle. Really rub it down and then peel it back. Come on. Yep, it is coming off. And hold that in place while I bring this over the top. Trying to get that. Not quite got it. Let's see if I can do it that way. So hold that in position and pull that so that it's going in the middle. There we go. That's good. And then just really rub that down. Then we're going to go again with our double-sided sticky tape. And that again is going to go on the same place as that. So really press that down and then peel this off. Okay. And then this now can go on the top like this when we get it in position I want it. I think I've got that about right, I think. So there, and that will go on the top. Now the idea then is that this will pull closed like this, and we're going to have a bow. But looks as though I've done it the wrong way. Let's do it the other way then, if you're fighting me to do it. See. So, and then the bow would come up and round and in, and you'd have a bow on the outside. Now the bow will work but because I want to take photographs, I will try and tie a bit better bow than that so you can see the finished better. But actually, just let me show you again inside. So when you open that, you're going to have that. And actually, I've put no bling on yet. So let's go to our glossy accents and let's get some bling put on. Where is my picture tool? Sure it was somewhere about. There it is. I know it's never far from me. Right, so I'm going to put a few on the centre of these. Come on. There, and I think I'm even gonna, we'll go for one in there, and then we'll have one up there. And I think I'll have a purple one going that one though. So I can go on there. And I do feel I need at least one on that bit there. There we go. And we could put one more down there as well. There we go. So we've got three and one down there. So that will be the inside. And then push that back down. That's going to go on there. Let's try for a better bow this time. See if I can go for it. All that ribbon that I put on, and now I've made it a bit too short for me to play with very well. So it's because I want to wrap it. I'll have more of it up there. If you're playing this game, do more ribbon. Oh, come on. Why is it not pulling? Pulling on the wrong bit somehow. Pulling on the wrong bit. This is where you think, well, your two ribbon idea didn't work out very good, did it? It's because I didn't leave myself enough to play with, because I didn't want to waste it. Oh, bunny ears. I wish I knew how to properly do bunny ears, because if I did, it would work out for me. Right. Now, this is where you have to twist and pull, because now I've tied this the wrong way, so that wants to be that way and it's not. So then you have to do a lot of messing about, and this is why demonstrators don't tie on, because sometimes bows just tie just like that, and then sometimes you have to faff a lot. So the wrong way round. But anyway, off camera I will sort the bow, and the finished picture at the beginning of the video will be with the finished bow on, because at the moment it is messing and mucking me about. So that's when you just decide we're going to do it all over again. So, but you get the idea anyway, that what I'm after, that I want the bow to work. This is where you need more hands. The thing is, if I go and make a perfect bow now, I won't want to undo it, and I've got to undo it to put a picture on the inside. But that's now going. I am not going to cut the ends yet, because as I say, I've got to redo this. But you get the idea. It's going to work out eventually. You'll see on the finished photograph, but there will be the bow at that side, and then let's stick some bling on here. So let's have that's a bit big. I'm not going to use the big ones there. I want, oh, there we go. Let's put one over there, and we can have one in the picture there. That's not where I really want it, is it? Because it's not. Never mind. Never mind. I'll stick. Stick one there, something like that. Okay, that's not quite where I want this one to work out, and now I've made a mess of me card. Ooh. So where it wants to go. I don't like that one. Going off that one. Get off. Get off, get off, get off, get off. Oh dear. Now it'll probably have lost its sticky by the time I've messed about with it, so that one will have to go back on there. Just want one more on. Come on. Fighting me today. I'm just going to stick that one out of there. So that will be the front when the bow's nicer, and then you open it up and you have got your pop-out display, and it'll stand up like that. So thank you very much for bearing with me, and I hope you enjoyed that, and that you'll have a go yourself. Thank you very much. Take care, stay safe, stay well. Bye for now.